Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome to my How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World review. So How to Train Your Dragon 3 sees the return of the whole cast. Hiccup, Astrid, Snotlout, Roughnot, and Fishlegs are all here and back for the final movie. So how well does How to Train Your Dragon 3 do? Well, it does really good. The action was great, the emotional scenes were great, most of the characters were great. I'll get to that on that later, but for the most part, a lot of the characters were a treat to watch. The story of the movie is that there's a new dragon hunter named Grimmauld, and he's been hired to hunt Toothless. Now this new dragon hunter specifies in hunting night furies, and he's a very smart dragon hunter. He's not dumb like a lot of the other previous enemies like in the series of How to Train Your Dragons or in the previous movies. He's very cunning and very smart and very dangerous. Hiccup realizes that he's too dangerous and the dragons and Burke are no longer safe, so he sets out to find the hidden world, which his dad was obsessed about when he was alive. This movie focuses a lot on Hiccup and Toothless. These two have always been the main focus of the franchise, and this rings true in this movie. It focuses on Hiccup in favor of other characters and honestly almost ignores them, except when they need comic relief. Which worked for the movie because this is a send-off for Toothless and Hiccup, and a good one at that. A lot of the themes that worked in this movie are about family, support, and love, and really worked for the movie and elevated a lot of the scenes in this movie. Now this also elevated the relationship of Hiccup and Astrid and Toothless in the new dragon, Light Fury. Now I was gonna say that I was hoping they would do more with Light Fury, but the more I thought about it, I think they really did do a lot with this character and with this dragon, which was fantastic and a great way to add to the mythos of How to Train Your Dragon and give it a great send-off for Hiccup and for Toothless. The action in this movie was really good, and that only elevated by the gorgeous animation that they put into this movie. Everything has this real look to it, but it maintains its animation style at the same time. The way their face moves, the way they move and flinch and act and attack, and just overall the animation was fun to watch, making for some memorable fights and fluid movements, which helped the emotional scenes too. Now where this movie starts to crack is in its villain. He was menacing and smart, and very smart in fact, so when he was defeated so easily, I can't help but feel plot armor protected Hiccup and his friends. For the most part in the movie, I was really enjoying it, and then when he was defeated so easily, it kind of dropped the villain level for me. The jokes were also hit or miss. This being a kids movie, I would pass it by, but there were many kids in the theater and they weren't laughing either, and the adults weren't laughing as much either too, so it wasn't just me and the adults who were not laughing. But I'll admit, I did laugh a couple times and I did smile, so there was some good humor in the movie, don't get me wrong. I also feel that the story could have been fleshed out a little bit more. They had 3 seasons of How to Train Your Dragon on Netflix, so they could use that for storytelling or pointed to it or do something with it to add to the movie, but they didn't, and it's really unfortunate because the seasons that I've watched are really good and could have been used for the movie. This movie clocks in about an hour and 40 minutes, so they did have a lot more time to add to the movie, which they didn't, which was unfortunate because I was really enjoying myself in this movie and wish there was more. Now where How to Train Your Dragon truly shines is the end sequence, which is the perfect way to send off this series. I won't spoil it for you, but it is perfect and added to the movie so much and gave a proper send-off for these characters and for this series. Overall, the movie was fantastic and a great way to end this fantastic trilogy. It hit the right story notes most of the time, it had some good jokes, and it was overall a great and fun time at the theater. How to Train Your Dragon gets a 9 out of 10 from me, and I highly recommend you see this movie. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like on the video and subscribe for my next movie review. I do movie reviews every Friday. Now I wasn't able to get the theater on Thursday and have the review ready for Friday, but it usually uploads on Fridays. Thanks for watching and have a good one.